Hello everyone! Nice to see you all again. If you are new, welcome. I'm Leopocrypha and I hope you'll consider joining this little soul family we have going on. If you are returning, welcome back soul family. Thank you so much for being here. Whether you're new or you've been here before, I really truly deeply appreciate each and every single one of you forever and always. As always, disclaimers, information, and decks are in the description box down below if you are interested. If you're new, please have a look, at least read the disclaimers so that you can get an understanding of how this goes and all of that. But yeah, so thank you all so very much for being here. And today, I just want to do a general message, like usual. That's kind of my usual thing. But I'm going to be using this deck, which is my newest deck that was a gift from my lovely parents. This is the Crystal Energy Tarot. I have seen people use this tarot deck before, and I thought it was really cool how it had crystals. And I love that. So anyway, let's get into it. Now, it is a really big deck and it's very difficult for me to shuffle, so if I shuffle kind of weird, I'm sorry, that's why. So let's see. What message does Spirit have for us today? What message do we need to know today? I've been gone. If you've been here for a while, you know that I've been kind of absent for a while. I've been going through some things and I decided to take the time and to utilize the energy of the first full moon of this year, which is 2021. All my readings are timeless. All of these are timeless. So if you're watching this in another year, that's perfectly fine. I'm just letting you know what was going on. And I definitely took full advantage of this full moon in Leo. I was in Leo for where I live. And it really helped me release some blocked energy. And I really do feel invigorated. And I'm super happy to be back. So let's see what else comes out. We have the Sun. We have the Queen of Swords. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm bumping into shit already. Okay. Oh. Maybe that one. Not all of these. Let me see. Move some stuff over. I do eventually want to do a review of all the decks that I own in the future. So maybe I'll start working on that pretty soon if you're interested. Please consider coming back and checking out what's new. So, let's see here. The Sun and Two of Wands in reverse. The Queen of Swords and Justice. The Ace of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles, with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and underneath the deck we have the Fool in reverse. So I have not exactly read the booklet of the cards, but I think this is citrine. This looks like a carnelian. I think this might be jade. Perhaps this is like a green tourmaline or something. Maybe that's aventurine. This looks like fluorite, and this is amethyst. But let's see. So this reading may be a little bit different, so I'm gonna try to at least share what crystal it is. Maybe you want to work with that energy. Let's see. So the full is black tourmaline. I'm not going to read them specifically, however, I like to just go with my intuition about cards and things. So let's see what other ones are here today. So the Wheel of Fortune is amethyst. I'll show you maybe if you want to read it. I'm not going to read it all. I'm just sharing what crystal it is. The Wheel of Fortune is amethyst. Let's see. The Sun. The Sun is topaz. The Sun is topaz. Justice is jade. Well, so we have a couple queens and we have wands now. So let's see. We have the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is fluorite, a rainbow fluorite. I'm sorry if it's moving. The Queen of Pentacles, I already said that one. Now the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is green tourmaline, I was right. Green tourmaline. And let's see, the Ace of Wands, Two of Wands. Ace of Wands is adventuring. So I was right about that. And carnelian. Cool. Awesome. So if you're interested in learning more about those, now let's get into it from what I feel and see here. I feel like you are in a place in your life, a time in your life where you want to follow your happiness, right? There's a lot of yellow in this card. We have the sun here. The sun symbolizes happiness, light, joy. We have these sunflowers, which symbolize the same thing. This child is looking at the sunflower. Now, he has one arm, one hand behind him, he or she, and one on the flower, looking at it. I feel like maybe you're in a position, a time in your life where you're seeking to follow your happiness, but maybe there's still one thing holding you back. That may be a decision to move forward with confidence and with your own internal, with your power. Carnelian is a stone of personal power, of confidence, of growth, of aspiration. It is a crystal that I believe aligns with the lower chakras, right? And we have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is usually like someone who is planning ahead and they're thinking about how they're going to get to the other side, how they're going to pursue their dreams, how they're going to cross that bridge or the ocean that they are theoretically looking out towards. But it is in reverse. So I do think that this is going back to what I was saying about there's still something holding you back. There's still something that perhaps you don't see within yourself. Perhaps it may be something to do with confidence. But you need to remember that you have the passion, the fuel, the fire that you need within you. You just have to follow your happiness, and it will lead you to where you need to go. But trust and believe that you do deserve to follow that truth. And speaking of truth, let's move on to the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords. Actually, when I'm looking at it, these two cards and how they react, how they respond to each other, I kind of have the feeling of like this kind of motherly kind of presence, right? It seems like I don't know why this is coming out, but it kind of feels like she's kind of looking after her child, right? And she would want this child to follow their truth. She has the sword in her hand, but the gesture and the correlation between the cards, I feel like it's not to cut someone's head off, but it is to offer something, to make an offer to this person. And I feel like this is where you need to be this way for yourself. And what do I mean by that? Allow yourself to understand your own truth and what makes you happy. Allow yourself to gift yourself the understanding where you know that you are good enough and you are capable and you are deserving to pursue what makes you happy. But you need to be honest with yourself. The Queen of Swords can be blunt. She could literally chop someone's head off if she wanted to. But every queen has an element of this kind of mature feminine, right? Each queen is mature in their own way. Now, we all have our flaws, but we also have the things in our life that help us understand who we really are. And I see, even though this child is not looking up at the gift that she is trying to give him, she's not angry. She understands that this child is where he needs to be right now, and that is to admire the beauty of nature, to admire the beauty of what is around him. I'm feeling like you are either in a point in your life right now, or you will be coming to this kind of energy to where you're allowing yourself to stop and smell the roses, so to speak. Where you're allowing yourself to drop your guard to certain people, places, things, situations, not in a bad way. So I feel like you are protected. You're not going to let anyone stop you. You're not going to let anyone tell you you're not good enough. You're not going to allow anyone to get in your mind, because the Queen of Swords will defend herself and her kingdom no matter what. But I'm seeing this as there's this aspect of you coming back to your inner child, to where you as an adult is understanding the importance of allowing yourself to go through these things, to allow yourself to step into your inner child energy, that innocence, that purity, that inspiration. This is a gift that you are giving yourself. And that gift is to stop and take a moment to realize what it is that you want and what direction you're going to take. However, You need to be balanced within yourself. You need to make that decision to move forward and to have confidence in yourself and your desires and what it is that you truly want in your life. Justice. Justice also has a sword. Justice, she's not just going to cut off the head of anyone just because they come up to her. She understands she needs to listen to both sides. She needs to take all of the evidence that is given to her and make the best decision based upon not bias, but based upon the truth of the evidence that she is given. I feel like you're trying to balance out the energies within you of your happiness and what it is that you desire versus like you actually going out and striving towards those things with confidence. There are things that are still behind you that are unseen, and this is making me think of the High Priestess. There are things that you may know within yourself that you have forgotten, right? We all already know our truth, but sometimes we forget that. Whether it's because of our circumstances around us or whatever the case is. But when we look back to the root of our problems, the root of our issues, the root of why we are the way we are, we will see that this blockage, this barrier will start to fall. Because then when we get to the root of the problem, the root of the situation, we start to understand and open our eyes and look around. That is when we start to understand, wow, it's not because of this that I thought was the problem. It's really because I didn't trust myself enough. I didn't think I was good enough to pursue this. So what I'm seeing is you will be stepping into this energy, if you have not already, of balance within yourself where you are starting to look deeper than the surface level. And you're starting to understand that it is a gift to analyze the roots of who you are, why you are. When we analyze the roots, that is when we can really heal ourselves. With the Ace of Wands in reverse, I'm seeing this as, there still is that desire. Like, I feel like there's something blocking you from what it is that you desire. And especially going forward, like, we'll talk about these two energies here. There's something blocking you within yourself, and perhaps it has to do with a subconscious childhood wound, a childhood programming since childhood. Regardless of what it is, there's something blocking you from following your passion, right? You want to make a move forward. You want to give into your passion, and you want to be motivated, but there's still something holding you back. With the Queen of Pentacles, the way that she's holding the pentacles making me think of the Four of Pentacles, which is about keeping to yourself. It can be in a way kind of hoarding. It can be in a way being selfish. The Queen, though, the Queen of Pentacles is not selfish. The Queen of Pentacles wants to give. I feel like this is letting us know you need to first understand that you need to give to yourself before you can give to others. Not in a selfish way. It is in a way that is meant to help you. Because how can you give when you don't have? If you don't have energy for yourself and what you need to do in your own life, how could you give that energy to people and things around you that, just because they want your attention. You need to focus on yourself, on building yourself, and I feel like this may be exactly where you are in your life right now. You may be in the moment where you are healing, or you have healed, and now you're trying to move past that. You're learning more about your self-worth. You're learning more about being adventurous and moving forward, about protecting your energy, about healing, about your own spirituality, about the light and the dark within you, and you're trying to find balance within that. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Whenever I see snakes, I think of healing, right? I think of, like, for example, the caduceus, which is that symbol in the medical field that's like the cross with the snakes. But people don't realize, to me personally, I see a correlation between the caduceus and the kundalini energy. Because kundalini is expressed the same way. It goes up and it expands from there. It is healing. We must heal our chakras in order for this kundalini to properly go up through us, for us to embody that energy, for us to learn from that energy without it depleting us because we are unbalanced. And perhaps that's also part of this balance here that is important, that you need to take for yourself. We have all four of the elements here: air, water, fire, and earth. You need to follow your inner compass. This card was in reverse though. So I'm seeing this as, with this amethyst here, perhaps you're still not allowing yourself to really follow your intuition. You are healing, or have healed, or want to heal more, and or need to heal more. I see the number 10. The Wheel of Fortune is the number 10. Perhaps you're seeing the number synchronicity of 1010. We must heal ourselves in order to move past our patterns, in order to move past the karmic cycles of our lives that keep us stuck, right? That is our choice. Whenever we learn how to move past that cycle, whenever we learn the lesson from that cycle, it will turn. So quite literally, it is us ourselves doing this to ourselves, subconsciously or consciously, to where we are not moving forward. And speaking of moving forward, exactly, this goes straight to the next card, which is the Fool. But the Fool is in reverse. The Fool wants to offer something. The Fool, look, there's the Sun here too. With black tourmaline, it is about protection. It is about removing negativity. You want to heal yourself. You want to move past these negative energies within you that are keeping you stuck. Both of these cards, I mean, even the Queen of Swords, have their arm out offering something. I think this is the god Anubis. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think the Egyptian god Anubis. Perhaps he's an entity, a god that you work with, or that you want to work with, or perhaps something about him may be helpful to learn about for your healing and for moving forward. we have a crystal here, and a flower here. So there's something about offering what is natural. It's like the universe is trying to give you what is natural, trying to give you what will help you move forward. But with these two cards in reverse, I'm seeing it as you're not seeing this. It's making me think of like, what is it? Like the 4 or 5 of cups kind of energy is what I'm getting. There's something that you want to move away from. There's something that you're healing from. But there's still more to it. And I feel like it all goes back to here. The root, the inner child, the past. So, as I was mentioning earlier, I have been kind of absent from making my videos because I, wanted to take advantage of the full moon, and there were things that I was going through. What I did on the full moon was a cord cutting ritual where I was releasing, some feelings, and actually I did record it, and I'm debating on whether I should post it or not. But this really, really helped me feel a sense of, kind of renewed energy, because I was letting go of something in my life that was not in alignment with who I was anymore. Something in my life that was really, really, really holding me back, because I was holding on to the desire. I was holding on to desired outcomes. I was holding on to fear of letting go and all of this stuff, right? And all of this was really, really stressing me out so fucking badly. I cannot express enough how much I felt like I was losing my mind over this situation. Because I had, in truth, when I realized it, being honest with myself about the situation, was that I had given this thing my power. Literally, whatever that thing was doing, whatever was going on with that situation, that scenario, was affecting me deeply because I allowed it to. Instead of being in my own power and being balanced within myself, I gave that power away to where I let it bother me whenever, I would be disappointed. I would have, I wanted an outcome, but I wasn't going to let it bother me. But the truth is that I was trying not to, but in all honesty, I was, because I wanted it so fucking badly, and it wasn't happening. But that's okay. Shit happens for a reason. And it comes to a point where we need to move forward, where we need to release this. We need to be honest with ourselves and release this energy of being blocked. Here we have the 7 of Cups in reverse. The 7 of Cups in reverse, the 7 of Cups is about choices. This looks like it might be... No, it's not. I was going to say Azurite, but I don't think it is. Oof, I'm dropping shit. Sorry. Let me see. This is Cups. 7 of Cups. This is... How do you say that? 7 of Cups. Calcanthite? I'm probably saying this really wrong. You are repeating the rewards of your success. So what I'm seeing with this is quite the opposite. because it was in reverse. So you know deep down inside what is keeping you from moving forward, what is keeping you from repeating the patterns of success. Because this was in reverse, you are keeping yourself stuck. Like the Eight of Swords, for example. You need to, this looks like a pink tourmaline. You need to move forward. You need to be honest with yourself. Despite what situation this was regarding someone or something else in your life, you need to move away from the pain of that. This looks like, let's see. This looks like it might be a lapis lazuli. See the Ace of Swords. I'm sorry, I never really do this. I never use the books, but I think it was important. This is pink tourmaline. It goes by a different name, but it's pink tourmaline. And then the King of Swords is... Oh no, it's the Knight. I'm sorry, the Knight of Swords. It's sapphire. Let's see what this says. Your plans are taking shape, and you need to you need decisive action right now. So go straight to the source of any problems. That's exactly what I was saying. There's something keeping you from moving forward, where you need to you need to take action and believe in yourself. So this is the same message, is saying that you're keeping yourself stuck. We don't have the Eight of Swords here, but we have the Ace of Swords in reverse, with the Knight of Swords in reverse as well. The Knight of Swords, they say, is the fastest moving knight, right? He moves so fast. But in reverse, it's like he's keeping himself stuck. You need to be honest with yourself and cleanse and clear out any remnants of energy of anyone or anything in your life that is keeping you stuck and bound in your own mind. You need to charge forward towards the things that you want in your life. Don't let it hold you back. Don't stay bound to it. You deserve more than that. You deserve better. You deserve to pursue your dreams. You deserve to follow your heart. So I feel like you're healing yourself, and you're still trying to find the root of certain issues or certain things that are holding you back. Perhaps there are animal spirits, animal guides that want to work with you or that work with you, be it a feline, a canine, a bird of some sort, a four-legged animal, or an animal that flies, perhaps. Right? We have a black cat, we have a wolf, we have a dove, and we have an owl. Perhaps you want to work with animals. You want to be a vet or something. You're not sure how to go about it. Start looking into it. Perhaps you feel drawn to energies of animals and you want to learn from them in a spiritual practice or something. Then go for it. There's a lot that we can learn from animals that people don't give animals enough credit. They're very intelligent beings. They're very pure. Very, very pure. And we might think, oh, well, they're aggressive and they're stealing everything and they do whatever and they're not smart. Like, that's stupid. To me, that's an ignorant point of view. They live their life in the kingdom. They live their life as they need to because they are in survival mode. Thankfully, if you're watching this video, chances are you're not in survival mode because you, chances are, have what you need. And look, you want a new beginning. You want a new beginning. You want to charge forward. You believe in yourself to some degree. You need to believe in yourself more. You need to know that you have the talent and the skills within you for whatever it is that you want to have come into your life. But you need to have the commitment, the balance, like the justice card. You need to have balance within yourself in order to pursue this, in order to follow your dreams and use your talents. Use your talents. Don't just, well, I have other shit to do. No. If this is what you want to do, the only way you can move past this barrier is by using your talents to move past it. You have to be committed to yourself. I'm sorry, I'm moving around a lot. You have to be committed to yourself and to your dreams in order for them to come true. It's the only way. You can't expect people to do it for you. You have to be committed to yourself. You have to keep up your own routine. Shit, this is shit that I'm going on in my life right now too. You know what I'm saying? We all have things in our life that make us feel stuck, but really what's keeping us stuck is ourselves. Love yourself. Understand that you need to be grateful for the situation, for this, what's going on in your life right now. Love yourself. Allow your love to shine through your talents. When we share our talents with people, we are sharing our heart, because our talents are things that are gifted to us from our heart. When you follow your heart, naturally you're gonna follow your talents. They correlate. They are committed to each other. When you follow your heart, you start to follow your passion, and you start to realize what are your talents. And we are all talented in our own ways. Everyone. Doesn't matter who you are or how old you are, you have talents. You have skills. You have love and things that you can bring to this world, but you need to transform from a state of lack to a state of being, a state of doing, a state of expression. Love yourself. Appreciate yourself. Appreciate the people around you who support you and who love you and who care about you. Right? Compassion. Show compassion to yourself and the people around you. Underneath, we have protection. Know that you are divinely protected by your guides, your spirit guides, your animal guides, your ancestors, your gods, your goddesses, whoever it is that you work with, you are protected. If there's any closure that you feel like you need, it's difficult, but sometimes we need to come to an understanding that we're not always going to have closure from people that we need closure from. Sometimes we have to give ourselves that closure. And for example, me doing that cord cutting ritual in this past full moon that happened on the 28th, today is February 2nd, that was me giving myself closure. That was me closing out this cycle. That was me trying to release whatever was burdening me. We need to give ourselves closure. That is us answering ourselves. And when we do, yes, it's not going to come easy, but it helps us transform. It's the only way to transform, is to release the situations that happen. And perhaps it could have been something in the childhood, right? With the sun card, I was mentioning childhood. I was mentioning inner child. It's okay to grieve. It is a natural process of healing. When we cry, we are allowing ourselves to heal. We're allowing ourselves to feel. And when we allow ourselves to feel, we allow ourselves to heal, because it is a way of transformation. We are transmuting that energy. If you choose to see it that way, that is the answer to what you seek, perhaps, is within you, within your heart. It's within your heart space. It's within what is around you. The people, places, and things around you. Is it making you feel anxious, or are you happy to be around those people and those things? And going back here, this is a symbol of protection. Forgive me, I don't remember what it is called. I believe it is a Norse symbol. But that is a symbol of protection. So, like the card on the top, technically this is the bottom of the deck, but on the top of the deck was protection, right? Protection. What's next? Boundaries. We have to have boundaries in our life, to where we need to know who are we going to allow to continue our journey with us, and who do we need to let go of in order for us to transform the energy that we feel strife and struggle and unaligned with. All right, let's see here. I feel like this is energy that you are in right now. But again, it could be energy that you are going into if you're not already. Choice. By staying conscious in your thoughts, you guide your journey in the direction of choice, right? We choose who are around us. You cannot change, there's a quote, you cannot change the people around you, but you can change the people around you. So what does that mean? Right? In face value, that doesn't make any sense, because like you can't, but you can. What it means, obviously, I'm sure you can decipher it, but just to bring up the point here. You cannot change people's actions. You cannot change who people are, but you can change the people who are around you. Meaning, if there are people around you who are always negative and who don't believe in your talents, who don't believe in you, who don't believe that you can become better, or that you can transform your life into something better for yourself, you can let go of those people. You don't need them in your life. You don't need people in your life who are telling you you're not good enough, you'll never do that, you'll never do this, blah, blah, blah. Just because they don't see that for themselves, that they can do what they want with their life, means that they feel like they need to down other people. That's your choice. You are the sum of who you hang out with, right? That is a quote. So if you are the sum of who you hang out with, who are you hanging out with that's making you feel like you're not good enough? You should surround yourself by people who believe in you, people who want to see you succeed, people who are not going to be jealous and spiteful just because you make something of yourself. Find people who are committed to being loyal to you because they love you and they know that you deserve gratitude, and you deserve the compassion from them, Gratitude. Universal love shines through the miracles of life all around you. Be grateful for where you are in your life. Be grateful for all of the shit that has happened. Excuse me. All the shit that's happened to you, whether you perceive it to be good or bad, it happened for a reason. It's like, for example, people who go through the shittiest experiences, when they learn to forgive and they learn to have compassion and they learn to love, they tend to want to help people who go through the same shit. So, for example, people who've been through a lot of shit, a lot of trauma in their life, end up growing up. When they know that they have to give themselves closure, they have to forgive and understand that they are protected, they need to love themselves. Those are the kind of people who end up being counselors, for example. So my point is, sometimes the worst shit that happens in our life is meant to happen in order for us to see the most beautiful aspect of who we are and what we want to give to the world. Like compassion. Surrender. Surrender your need to control the outcome. Just be with life in this present moment. So that's exactly what I was saying that I did for that ritual. That cord cutting ritual was that I was surrendering outcome based desires in regards to, that situation. Vibration. Your vibration is being raised to higher levels. You are connected to cosmic intelligence. When our vibration raises, what does that mean? We are expanding, we are growing, we are accelerating within our spiritual evolution. When your vibration changes, you're not going to be a vibrational match with certain people, certain places, certain things in your life are not going to vibe anymore. It's going to be like when your vibration is literally being raised, you start to go at a different frequency, whereas past situations and maybe some people who feel stuck, like they're still vibrating. It doesn't mean anyone's better than anyone else. It just means that, your thought patterns, your desires, everything is different. And you're not a vibrational match anymore. So the higher the frequency, usually it's a higher vibration. The lower the frequency, the slower the vibration. Right? So maybe they're in a pace where, man, I feel like shit because of my past. And you're letting go. You're choosing to surrender and to have gratitude, and by your choice. It is your choice to do so. And you're raising your frequency. You cannot change the people around you, but you can change the people around you. You know what I mean? Let's continue. Virility. Shake it up a little. You've got this. So what this is telling me is to move through that new beginning, that gateway, right? Know that sometimes we have to step out of our comfort zone. That's what that saying is. That's what that is saying to me. We have to step out of our comfort zone, which is making me actually think of this and this. Actually, look. And I mentioned the Four of Pentacles earlier too, didn't I? With the Queen of Pentacles, I said the way she's holding the pentacle reminds me of the Four. I'm not sure if this is Unakite. Actually, it looks like it's probably something else. I don't think that this is... let me see. I'm not exactly sure which crystals these are. I was going to say lepidolite, but I don't think this is lepidolite. And this one... I'm not quite sure. Maybe this is emerald. I digress. My point is, we need to move forward, right? We're right now in this state, is what I'm feeling. In this state. With the 9 too, look. Where we feel stuck, we're keeping ourselves stuck. Here's the Four of Swords is keeping yourself stuck. Not like the Eight of Swords where you're not moving forward, but this is in a state of rest. You're keeping yourself in a state of rest. You're literally hanging yourself from a tree, pretty much. Again, rest and contemplation. This is holding your energy back. All of this, just these 3 cards, one after another, is telling me you're holding yourself back. You're holding your energy from moving forward, from having that virility, from shaking it up. And with the 9 of... Look, yeah. I mentioned the 5... I said the 5 and 4 earlier. I was reminded of the 5 and 4 earlier. This looks like it might be honey calcite, orange calcite, maybe. This one I believe is smoky quartz. I did read what crystal this was. It is smoky quartz. So pretty much what this is saying is what's keeping you stuck, what's keeping you feeling like you're overburdened and you're literally close to your wit's fucking end, is this feeling that you're keeping yourself bound and stuck. You are. Because of this energy that you're not shaking shit up. You're still holding on to being within yourself when it's time to move away from that. It's time to transform that you're in a cocoon right now. With these 4 cards, this is the cocoon. To me, you were already the caterpillar. This is the cocoon. And now it's time to fucking break free from this cocoon. Because you are a fucking butterfly. You deserve it. Butterflies are about transformation, about change. You need to take flight. You need to move away from this energy. Let's continue. And I feel like you are. Like either you currently are in this state where you're trying to get the strength in your wings so you can break through, or you have perhaps just barely got into your cocoon or have been in your cocoon for a while and you're trying to figure out how to shake it up. Like I was saying with the butterfly wings, like you're trying to get out of your cocoon. You need to shake your wings. You need to move them. You need to build the strength of your wings in order to rip through the cocoon. You need to do that for yourself. If someone else were to do it for you, you would not be able to fly because you would be codependent in them because they are the ones that helped you out. It's like, for example, a baby bird literally has to take a leap of faith, like the Fool card, right? And we did have the Fool card in reverse. Baby bird is probably scared. Yeah, probably like, oh shit, this is a far away, but it's not thinking about that. It's like, I need to fly now. I'm old enough. I need to try. And it needs to try. It needs to try on its own. Now, if the bird is not able to fly, it does not mean that it never will. But for example, if you find a baby bird and you capture it, it's going to end up imprinting on you, and it's going to end up being codependent upon you. Whereas, let's say, for example, if you're able to put the bird back in the, I know some people, I don't know, I think some birds don't like that, but if you're able to put the bird back, it has another chance. It can try again. And who knows, maybe by the time it tries again, it's ready. At least you're not taking it from being able to try again. You're allowing it to learn to fend for itself. Allowing it to learn how to build its own strength with its wings. I hope that makes sense. I feel like you are acknowledging that it is time for you to move forward. And I feel like you may be stuttering. Oh, that's what I was saying. Awareness. Wake up, roll the clouds away, and look. This is pretty much what I was talking about. Realization. The answer is here. Take heed. You're realizing that it's time for you to move away from your past. It's time for you to stop playing victim, or it's time for you to build yourself. That is your choice. Are you going to be like, woe is me, because of the world, because of my past, I can't do this, I can't do that? That's your choice. Whatever happened to you in your past, whether it was wrong or right, does not make it right just because it was your past and you move away from it. It is your choice, however, to allow it to hold you back, or to allow yourself to shake it up and to be like, I'm done with this energy. New beginning. I'm moving forward. With compassion. We have compassion twice. Tread a little more tenderly. Tread a little more tenderly. You have the answers within you. I feel like you've been within yourself so long with the Four of Swords, the Hanged Man, the Four of Pentacles. You've been in yourself for so long, you know enough that you're ready to move forward. You're ready to take a step. You're ready to take that leap. But at the same time, with the Fool in reverse means that you're still scared to move forward. Security. Choose the safe harbor for now. So perhaps you don't want to just take a fucking leap forward. Perhaps you don't want to start sprinting right away through the threshold of a new beginning. That's okay. One step at a time is still valuable. I see 55, right? 55 is a number of change. 5 is a number of change. So we need to make those changes for ourselves. Harmony in the home and great friendships. So we did have the home, I believe, under like a few of these, right? We had home. I said maybe it was something revolving around childhood or something. Follow your inspiration. Something about home. Maybe you feel stuck because of your home situation, a family situation, but know that it's important for you, no matter what's going on around you, to follow your heart and follow your passions and take a step forward in yourself. And if you have obligations to other people in your home, that doesn't mean that you can't be who you are. That doesn't mean that you can't allow yourself time to study what it is you want to study, or to take steps forward to what it is. That may mean that, yes, you may have certain obligations that you can't just deny and act like they don't exist. But it means that you have to tread carefully. Tread with compassion for yourself and the people around you. But that doesn't mean that you have to be stuck. Just because your home situation is shitty doesn't mean that you can't do anything for yourself. Doesn't mean that you can't make anything of yourself. Doesn't mean you can't start taking the steps necessary to spread your wings and fly. Like the baby bird flying away from the nest. It comes back. It comes back until it's older and they all fly away until they migrate somewhere else. Healing. This is exactly what we were talking about earlier. Look. Successful career, a happy working environment, pay raise, and promotions. This is making me think what I was saying. Just because your home situation doesn't mean you can't do what you love. Doesn't mean you can't take the steps necessary to pursue your dreams. You have to work through the healing of your own heart with compassion, right? With love. True healing of the mind, body, and soul. That is what we need to focus on, all of us. And that is a life journey. That is something that we will constantly need to do in our life, because there's always going to be something new to learn from, to grow from, to heal from. Fire. The element of fire heralds new life, renewed passion, and positive transformation. This is exactly what we're talking about here. New beginning. Right? New life. Butterflies. Transformation. Renewed passion. Following your passion. All of this stuff, it's so very fucking important for us to realize and to work on. Little luxuries. Generates luxurious experiences and surroundings. When I see this card, Little Luxuries, it does make me think of the little things, right? We did have a card of gratitude. So be grateful for the little things in your life. It is a choice to be. And it will help you raise your vibration, because when you're grateful for the little things, you're able to understand and be even more grateful when the real, like, huge blessings come. When we realize and acknowledge the little things in our life, we are allowing ourselves to be grateful for the steps that we are taking in order to be successful in what we want. So, for example, I was saying there was a card, right? Tread more tenderly, but shake it up. The answer is here: take heed. Realization. When we realize all of the little blessings in our life, when we are grateful for them, then we will have more blessings that come to us because we're grateful for them. We're not taking advantage of them or ignoring them or, anything like that. When people give gifts, what they want or don't want is, everyone's different. I say give with an open heart. But for example, when I give a gift, what I would like is at least a thank you. At least show me some gratitude. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to get me something. You don't have to tell me all this or that. If you don't want to, that's perfectly fine. I don't expect a gift because I give a gift. But I expect gratitude, at least because I took the time or the money or the energy to give to someone else. I expect not to be taken for granted. At least be grateful for, even if it's a little thing that I do for you or that you do for someone else. Wouldn't you at least want them to say, thank you? I really appreciate that. Thank you for thinking about me. Maybe you got them a bag of chips because they said they were snacky yesterday, and hey, you know what? It may not be much, but it shows that you're thinking about them. Even in some situation like that. Something so minuscule, so little. Don't take it for granted, is my point. Be grateful for everything and everyone. I saw 1 hour, 2 minutes, and 23 seconds. That's a natural progression. Moving forward. What I'm trying to say is be grateful for even the little things in your life, because the little things are the things that, build up to something else. Let's say, for example, someone gives you 1 Lego every month. Well, the first Lego you get, oh wow, oh thank you, it's a Lego. Thank you, I have a Lego. I can't build with this 1 Lego, but hey, I have a Lego. A year later, you have 12 Legos. You're like, okay, maybe I could make a shape, a square. Maybe I could try to do something. 5 years later, you have enough Legos to start building something. So my point is, no matter how small a blessing is, it is a blessing for something greater. It is accruing its own interest in a way. It is building its energy. It is building that for something else in the future. One Lego a month. In a few years, you'll have many Legos. In 10 years, you'll have a lot of Legos. In 30 years, you'll be able to build your own house. You know what I'm saying? I hope I'm making sense with this analogy. Be grateful for the little things, because the little things are not little. Just because they seem little doesn't really mean that they are. They hold a lot of energy if you choose choice, if you choose to see them that way. I'm sorry, it's a disaster, but a mess. Communication is key. If there's some truth that you need to share, then share it. And if this is something within yourself, you need to be honest and brutally honest with yourself about your own mentality or your own procrastination. That's my problem, honestly. That's what I'm going through right now. You have to be honest with yourself and try to figure out how it is that you're going to move past that. Be compassionate, but don't allow your compassion to be... What's the word? Don't allow your compassion to be condoning more of the same kind of energy. So be compassionate with yourself just because maybe you feel lethargic or you're struggling to get out of bed to do the things that you want. Be compassionate and be like, hey, you know what? In order for me to start building a routine, I should do a little bit of everything every day. It doesn't have to be, I have to spend a whole hour working out. I have to spend 3 hours reading a book and studying. I have to spend so much time doing this. No. Be compassionate. Understand where you are right now. And be like, hey, you know what? If I could only meditate for 5 minutes a day, if I can only read for like 30 minutes straight, if I can only do a 15, 30-minute workout a day, perfect. Be proud of yourself because you're making strides. It's not about just jumping off the fucking cliff and taking that full lunge of a leap of faith. Sometimes, literally, you have to take a step at a time. The vast majority of the time, that's how it is. You take a step at a time. And before you know it, boom, good, you're there. Amazing, right? It's beautiful. It's the little things. You cannot be a mile ahead of where you are right now until you walk there or run there. But the point is, if you're just standing there and you're looking ahead a mile, you're like, I want to go over there. But you're still standing there. I saw 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 7 seconds. 77. You have to take a step. You have to take another step. You have to take another step, right? But the first step is usually always the hardest. Once you get the momentum, once you get moving, you get going, next thing you know, you might be like, I want to walk another mile. Let's do this. Fuck it. I'm already here. I feel like it. Let's do it. Momentum. I don't know if the card will come out, but there is a card, Surrender to the Divine. Here's a card of surrender. There's a card in here about momentum. The momentum is gaining or something. I wouldn't be surprised if the card comes out, but if it doesn't, then that's still the card that I'm thinking like there's something approaching. There's some kind of blessing that wants to come into your life, but you need to keep an open mind. You need to realize what you need to do in order to reach that. I hope I'm making sense. Confidence is your key to success. This is literally exactly what I was saying about this card. With the carnelian. You need to have confidence. You need to believe in yourself. Whatever it is that you want to build upon yourself. Emotions are running high, which is understandable. I mean, sometimes we're struggling in our life and we're having a lot of difficulty in holding faith in our dreams. So we may be feeling emotional. We may be feeling lack. We may be feeling scared or worried. But know that with your confidence, you can combat that. With your confidence, you could be like, hey, you know what? This is the situation. Maybe I'm grieving over something, but there's a purpose for me grieving it. And that is to heal. That is to release and not pent up this energy. Have faith in your dreams and know that you can accomplish anything you set your mind to. But you have to make the steps necessary to do so. Adjustments are required. You need to make changes in your life. Appreciate the little things. You know what you need to do, is what I'm feeling. And I looked up and I just saw 1 hour and 10 minutes on the dot. So 11. You may be feeling like you're barely starting out something. You may be trying to figure out what is it that I need to do in order for me to move forward, in order for me to start learning about this or to start within this career or whatever the situation is. Adjustments are required. So if you need to surrender, again, surrender to the divine, surrender. If you need to surrender people, places, and things that are holding you back, then do it. It's with purpose. The end of a tough cycle approaches. I feel like getting one more. We need to take responsibility for our, what we realize and put that to practice. When you realize what it is that you want in your life and you start to make the plans necessary to get there, you need to start disciplining yourself. Surrender to the divine the things that you cannot change, and surrender the fact, I saw 1, 11, 23. Again, a progression, a moving forward. You need to surrender the fact that that's not going to happen in 1 day or 2 days or 1 week or a month. The bigger your dream, the longer it's going to take to get it. And that's natural. No matter who you are or what you want to do with your life. Of course, someone who wants to be a doctor or a lawyer is going to have to years and years and years of higher education. Not only that, but years of constantly updating their license and making sure that, they have their license up to check, that their knowledge is up to date. It's a life thing. It's a never-ending life learning. Surrender to the divine that you're not where you want to be right now, but with the little things, understand that you're capable of getting there. Understand that what you want is within your path. I saw 1:12:33. I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We're starting A, B, C. Maybe you feel like you're literally at the very beginning, at the very precipice of the new beginning that you want. It's okay. It's going to take time. We need to release the desire for things to happen the next fucking day. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. Things take time. And while things are taking time, it happens for a reason. The caterpillar doesn't just become a butterfly. I mean, these creatures, they're not born butterflies. They're a caterpillar. And after they live some time as a caterpillar, they go in a cocoon. And as they live some time in the cocoon, and they start developing their wings and transforming into this butterfly, that takes time. And it even takes time when they are a butterfly and they're ready to come out, or a bird, a chick, a reptile that's in an egg. It takes time. A baby takes time. It takes 9 months in the mother's womb. Or, some people are born earlier, some people are born later. That's not what I'm talking about. Regardless of how long it takes you, it still takes time. It still takes time. Maybe you might want to be like, I just want to birth this fucking thing, get it out of me already. I want to birth this idea. I want to have this career already. I want to do this. You have to build your foundation with stability, because if you build your foundation too quickly, you will have a tower moment. It will fall. I guarantee it. In a relationship, you move way too fast without getting to know the person, without people being honest to each other. and being real with each other is not going to work. Things are going to fall apart because it's not built on a stable foundation. Speaking of stable foundation, I saw 11444. Literally 4 is the number of stability. The answers you need are coming, but the truth is the answers are within you. You just have to quiet your mind and you have to allow yourself to see it. But, so, I hope that this message has helped someone. I will leave it here. Thank you so very much for being here today. I am very happy to be back. I feel invigorated, and I want to keep up that routine of like posting a video every other day or something. But yeah, thank you so much for being here. I hope that this resonated. I would love to know whether it did or did not, or if it helped you, or if you shared this message with someone else, if it helped them, or whatever the case is. I hope it helped. Love you guys. Thank you, soul family. Take care. Many blessings always and forever. See you in the next one. Bye.